And finally tonight on The Ed Show, Glenn Beck saying that he wants to reclaim the civil rights movement on the anniversary of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech is pretty much disgraceful. And the production company Brave New Films has released a new video showing just how ridiculous the idea is.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is. This guy is, I believe, a racist.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Every undocumented worker is an illegal immigrant, a criminal, and a drain on our dwindling resources.
When I first stood on those stairs, after I had announced that we were doing this, I stood on those stairs of the Lincoln Memorial. I went down to Washington, D.C., and I thought to myself, who do you think you are?
Director Robert Greenwald of Brave New Films joins us now. Robert, you're a hard worker, but this had to be an easy production to put together.
Yeah, there was a wealth of opportunities and quotes, unfortunately, Ed. But we decided that really what we would do is stick with the words, the eloquent, beautiful, inspirational words of Dr. King, and the raging and the ranting and the anger and the mean-spiritedness of Beck. And we had a debate internally about which Beck quotes to use because, as you well know, there were probably hundreds, maybe thousands of them.
What is your take on this entire production that he's putting together, going so far now as to say that he really didn't even know what the date was, although he's a history buff? And now, of course, today in a radio interview, he's backing off that comment about and apologizing to Joe Madison about the deep-seated hatred for white people. What do you make of this?
Well, I think it's a combination of opportunism of the worst kind, and it's also what we've seen from the right, and this is, I think, the important message here, which is they're always on the offense. They're always looking for new ways to attack and go out there, make trouble, reframe, create narratives, and that's one of the things, I mean, we're playing defense here, frankly, but more and more, I think, as we go forward, Ed, and you've talked about this a lot, we have to be looking for ways where progressives can be on the offense about issues, not just waiting and reaction for the lunatic of the moment.
In your documentary film that you put together on this, the comparisons, is Beck consistent where he stands on race?
Well, I would say he's consistent in that it's hateful, it's angry, it's racist at times, and it spans across people of color. And that has not varied. You know, people call the Fox network the How Are We Going to Scare White People network, and Beck is a leader of that charge.
Is it promotional, or do you think he believes it?
Well, I think it's probably both. I think he really believes the myths and the paranoia that he spins about how endangered old white guys are, but he's also an extraordinary opportunist, and he's making millions and millions of dollars every year by being an opportunist.
And where can folks see this, Robert?
Well, they can go to Brave New Films. They can see it on the website. They can see it on Facebook. We've had over 30,000 people sign their statement about standing with Dr. King in less than 24 hours.
Robert Greenwald, Brave New Films. Great to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.